Welcome to Point Fighter Live. We have another awesome Point Fighter approved event. The Music City Smackdown is coming up June 3rd in Lebanon, Tennessee. Point
There you
Fighter
go.
approved. I'm here today with Jason Warren and Reed Presley. We're going to be talking about this awesome event. How you guys doing? Everything good?
Doing great.
Doing
great.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Another event. Awesome event. This is 13 years now, right?
13 years. Yes, sir.
Wow, that's amazing. And everything is really good at this tournament, guys. You could go to their website, smacktournament.com. You register at madaction.com. It's a ProMac rated event, Point Fighter open to all ages, ranks, and styles. Competition for everybody. There's so much going on at this event. Awesome awards, great organization, seminars. It's a great experience in the beginning of summer out there in Tennessee. And man, super exciting, right? Point Fighter approved. So 13 years now, right? You're coming
Yes,
up.
sir.
This one is like a few weeks away. And you guys got a lot going on at the event. And, you know, one of the things that you're going to kick off with, right, is the equipped, I guess it's seminars, right? And Reed, that's you, right? That's you're the one behind this. And,
Yes, sir.
And tell us more about it and at the event and just everything else, just opportunities for people to grow, right? That's what it looks like. It looks like a great opportunity for people.
Yes, absolutely. So let's briefly talk a little bit about Equipped. Equipped is something that I did, kind of started, with Mr. Hensley and myself probably about 4 years ago. And it was going to be a way for me to really kind of add value to the private lesson space. But then soon after its launch, like 4 or 5 months, I ended up going and working for Premier, and then was there for about 3.5 years, ended up stepping away and wanted to really take kind of what I learned from that, be involved with the sport again. So now kind of rebranded it or reignited it from not just private lessons, but being something that I could work with school owners and instructors on how to teach the sport karate, how to teach in general, and how to bring that to their schools. Because, sport karate, whether it's point fighting or it's the tricking and it's the weapons, it's more or less the fun. Like, it's just a ton of fun for these.
I love it.
It's whether they're a white belt or a black belt, and whether you're teaching even something as very different as jiu-jitsu or kickboxing or hardstyle taekwondo karate, it's still something that you could have inside of your school to keep their attention. Because you're fighting baseball, TikTok, Fortnite, like you're fighting that. And if we're all hardcore all the time and we don't have enough fun, then that's really what I'm trying to educate people on. So right now we do these master classes, Cole and myself, where we do a deep dive into not just like how to improve your skill so that the instructor has confidence and wants to teach it, but then how to actually teach it and execute it in their classes. So that's really what Equipped is. And an extension of this is by doing seminars like we're going to be doing at the Smackdown and taking a different stance on it, and not just come and learn how to do a new trick or learn how to do a weapons release or learn a combo. I want it to be something where we can talk about how to perform, the right mindset to be a world champion, how to kind of stand out, strategies involved, how to train. Like, I don't want them to just walk away with chop, punch, spin, chop, punch, kia. I want them to walk away with things that they can take action on immediately that will even make them better for the tournament the next day or in the future. So that's a quick little rundown for you.
Man, I really like it. And this is great because, a school like mine, right, where Kempo Karate, we teach self-defense and mostly on the point fighting side. And now, I've actually in my school started teaching sport karate stuff for the tournaments. And this is perfect for that, right? Because it's basically what have I been doing? Seeing other people doing their forms and putting something of mine together, right? So, but basically what it sounds like is you putting in that work, like you basically going to help us do that, right? And guide us on how to teach it and not just the forms, right? And stuff like that, but just actually how to teach it like a career. Wow. I love that, man. I love it. I love how Equipped it. And I remember Equipped it when we were talking about it, I think in the Power Hour, right? Back then in Atlanta. That was the kick. I remember you talking about that being like the next thing that you were doing. And it's crazy how life works, right? You got so much experience there with Premiere, and you just did it, and you enhanced it, and it's evolved to this now. So
And
awesome.
and it's like it's something that, you know, originally we wanted to go like straight to the athletes basically.
Yeah.
But then really it was just a concept of, you know, kids love this. We need to grow our sport. How can we grow our sport? By getting more people excited. Well, it's not just going to be the students. I needed to go with the school owners and the instructors because they can create their own athletes, and that itself kind of brings more, you know, people to the sport, and
that's
kind
very
of empower them.
No, it's very interesting. That's very cool. I think that the sport needs it. Like, I think that we need it. That's going to be great for sport karate too. In general, it's just going to ignite more sport karate out there. So more competitors, right? Everything. So that's great. I really love it. And then so June 2nd from 6 to 9 p.m. That's 3 hours, right? You're gonna have kind of like a workshop with Reed, Cole, Jake, right? You guys, all three of you guys, awesome. And it's at the Premiere Martial Arts School. That's at your school, right, Jason?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. The cool thing about our studio is, like, for people that like to trick, we have a spring floor in there. So that usually is people like to come and train there because we have 2 floors. And so when they're wanting to work on tricking, they can go to the spring floor side and work on that stuff. And that's generally what Reed and Cole and Jake will do is, you know, when they're working on other stuff, they'll do it on the regular mats, and then they'll go over to the spring floor when it's time for all the tricking and whatnot.
Hey, this is a great opportunity for people, you know, to come there and train, right? And it's kind of like that. Your school right now, it's like almost like in sport karate, it's one of the best stables out there in the whole world, right? It's kind of like one of the.
I like to agree.
It is. So imagine, you know, so many world champions have trained there, and you got a chance to train with some of them there that day, and just get. There's something about when you go into a place like that, right? That the energy, and they're the students, and I'm pretty sure you guys got so many great athletes that you pumped out of the school, and it's just like when you walk into a championship school, you feel the energy, and not just the seminar, the whole overall experience is what you're going to get there for sure. And there's only 30 spots available, $199. It's going to be awesome. Can they register as well when they register for the tournament? How would they go about registering for this?
So with this one, how it worked out, I'm not 100% sure of the details. You actually register for this on Uventex. So I sent you the link just in a private message not too long ago.
Okay.
But yes, it is a different case.
Okay, so it's on Uventex for the equipped stuff. Okay, that's great. That's awesome. That's cool. That's pretty cool. I think this is a first where I see you could sign up on Uventex for one thing and Mad Action for that. That's great. That's awesome. Hey, that's what it's all about, the sport, right? It's like not biased at all. I like that move. That's cool. You're spreading the love around. That's awesome. I like it. That's cool. So, all right, so you got to go to my Uventex for the equipped to register for that. And is there a deadline for this?
There's not a deadline. I mean, basically the deadline is when we hit 30.
Yeah,
last
30.
time I checked,
Yes.
I think we have 10 spots left.
10
So
spots. Yeah. Oh yeah, I see the link now that you sent me here. Okay, cool. We'll be in the comments below too as well when we're done with the show. I add all the links in there too for everything. So, man, that's awesome. What a way to kick off the event, man. And that's just the beginning of it right there, right?
Yes.
And then the tournament. Let's get now to the actual tournament. There's something for everybody. You guys got CMX forms and weapons. There's point fighting. You got the open rank. You got team fighting as well, which is great. And then a lot of great. What I love about ProMac 2 is for first timers, right? You're new to sport karate. It's right. So tell us about that. Tell us about some of the divisions being offered, kind of for them.
So, you know, when you got kids that are new to competition, I mean, I know I deal with it within my own school, and there's a lot of times people want to sit out their first tournament and just go watch it to see if their kid's going to enjoy it. The first timers division is a good one for instructors to use as a way to get their kids involved, and you explain it to them that it's more of a coaching category. You know, they could come in and they could do their forms, they could do padded sword and the flag sparring, and they generally get to break a board at the end of that. But the officials can actually coach the kids and kind of tell them things they need to do to help. And if the kid's on deck and kind of scared to walk in, these guys will get up and they'll walk over and walk these kids in, tell them what to say. and just give them a good experience. I mean, and we're very strategic of who we put in as our officials in that. We try to put guys in there that are going to be treating them like they're their own students, jump up, high five, and just have a blast with them, and not be the typical old school karate that just kind of sits and stares at them and it's intimidating. So we try to put,
there's motivation.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. We put the right people in place, in those categories. So we're excited about that. We're doing 2 separate tournaments basically in one. Yeah. And if you've been to our the last couple of years, we have the PMA tournament, and then we have the SmackDown tournament. We do the same thing with the Middle Tennessee Classic as well. So Premier has like a Premier competition league, and so there's several Premier tournaments in like Texas, ours, Ohio. So you're going to have that event going on one side, and there'll be about 4 to 6 rings going. And then we'll have the SmackDown going at the same time. So when Reed was talking about using Uventex and Mad Action, we are the Premier Combat League uses Uventex.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so we're using both systems. We're using 2 different trophy companies. So we like the. What's that?
I love it, man. I love it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I got to give props to Clayton. Clayton is great. He's been working with us very well. We tell him what we want on these medals, and he's able to put it together and give us a product that he likes, and he'll rework it if it's not something we want. And, and then we're using Doris as well for our trophies. And so, Don's been good for us and has helped us out in a lot of tough situations. And so we just kind of want to spread the wealth a little bit to both of those guys. So
I love it, man. I love it. I like that. That's really cool.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. That's good because they're all great companies and great people, right? So
yes, sir.
It's just sometimes hard to pick. You guys pick them all, so that's really cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, hopefully not offending anybody. But
yeah, man. Hey, you know what? I think that's just the way. I think that's great. That's a great way to do. You support the sport, right? And everybody. And it's just sometimes it's hard. There's so many great people, and it's hard to support everyone, but you figured out a way to do it, right? It's funny because I get into situations like that too. That's why I've made Point Fighter Live grow so much too, because I'll promote any league pretty much out there. If it's a good tournament,
yes, sir.
Good tournament, right? If you're doing good services, good products, why not, right? Why not? So
absolutely.
I like that. I really like it. And man, those albums that you guys give out every year, man, I know people come out, great competitors come out to win that one. It's become like a very prestigious award in the sport of all sports from everywhere. So that's awesome. You're going to be doing that again this year, and that's awesome. That's good. We got the power ring going out as well this year. It's blue. It's going to match the tournament actually.
Perfect.
Our blue power ring going out to a winner, and we're going to interview a winner on the show as well to talk to them about their experience at the event. And and yeah, it's going to be a great event. Now, registration for the tournament, right? I know that for the karate stuff, madaction.com, and you want to register soon, right? Before the deadline. The prices are going to go up at May 31st. May 30th. You have until May 31st, which is just a few days away, pretty much.
About 3 or 4 days,
Yeah, so that's pretty good. But you want to register right away. It just makes it easier for everybody with you guys just to organize and everything.
Yeah. Definitely helps on the organizational side.
Yeah. And Promac it's a Promac event. And man, I just love seeing Promac grow over the years. And, it's all been because of what the whole, the structure of it, right? Very family atmosphere, certified judges, right? Certification,
sure.
Which is great. And I heard NASCA's doing that too, which is awesome. I heard you're jumping on that too. And I think that's one of the big things that the sports need. And you guys, you guys laid it out pretty much, and it shows at tournaments, right? Because there's never the Promac events I go to, I don't think I see any arbitrations anymore at all, pretty much, because everybody knows the rules, right? I think that's what it is. Everybody knows the rules, and they stick to it in every ring, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, and we've got a certification clinic that night. So if there's anybody that sees this video and is wanting to come and help out, which we appreciate, we always need extra hands, and we'd love to be able to have the ability to see if we got an official that just needs a break and we can replace them. And we've always been lucky, knock on wood. We have not really had a shortage of judges. And there's sometimes we feel like we don't have enough signed up, but we have people that show up that we didn't know were coming. But it really helps us if we know in advance if people are coming. So if you're going to be coming to the clinic, let me know. You can send a message to myself, or you can send it to Holly or Joey, so we can just have a head count of how many people we're going to have. So, awesome. Help us out with that. But
yeah, that's cool. No, and then you can go to ProMacKarate.com too and get all the information there on everything. And also, you see the regions. What region is this? Is a SmackDown tournament?
This is still more of like the Cumberland region.
Region. Okay.
Yeah, we have more of the Tennessee and Alabama and Destin and Atlanta and those areas.
Nice. Yeah. So the way ProMac works, you guys are watching out there. It's great. It's a great format. You can win in your region, and you got a seed, right, to go to the nationals in November, right? And that's awesome because then you got to win that one to be the national champion. So you can win your region or different regions. You can win different regions. There's competitors that come from all parts, right? And they're trying to get a seed in all the regions as well. So you could strategize with that too. And I really love the format. You guys have been doing it now for a few years now, and I think that's awesome. I think it's super cool.
Yes, sir. It's a good one thing we get from a lot of people every year is it's a good setup tournament for Battle of Atlanta for those that like to go to the battle.
Yeah.
Kind of like last chance to get in and get that extra practice on a smaller level, but we have some competitors that come in.
No, for sure. And ProMac has great competition. It's kind of become like right where a lot of NASCAR champions come to get more work or like just to highlight there or right before they win there, right? And then they when they win there, they could win in NASCAR kind of in a way, but then they stay competing there, right? If you're still a champion, like there's always champions competing in ProMac still, like
absolutely.
That's a great thing.
Kind of like the old RSKC back in the day.
Yeah, it's really grown, really good. It's also NASCAR rated as well.
Sure.
And point fighter approved. Man, so we got the registration down. Okay, the location, right? It's an awesome location, the Farm Bureau Expo Center. You've been doing it there now for a few years too, right?
Yeah, we eventually upgraded out the high school gymnasium. We had to. So we've done it now, I think, the last 4 years.
The last 4, yeah.
Yeah. This facility is huge. You could run a whole NASCAR tournament in this. I mean, it's plenty big. We get more compliments on this than just about anything. They love the facility. Our rings are very spread out. So, you know the feeling when we go into any kind of, whether it's regional or national level tournaments, the rings are on top of each other. And there's, you can't, if a medic needed to get to the ring, they have a hard time even getting there because they're so compacted. This one, the rings are very spread apart, plenty of room for everybody to move around and not feel claustrophobic, and we take care of the judges. We feed them. We don't, not a knock on any other promoter, but we don't like to just bring them a little sack lunch. We like to bring them Chick-fil-A or we bring them barbecue. We bring them. We try to put a little extra into our scorekeepers and officials and people that are there putting in time and provide value to our event.
Wow.
So, and I feel like we have a very good team. And I feel like we always have. We've had I get this. The other thing we get a lot of compliments on is just our parents and stuff that help us from the studio, and then of course you got the ProMac staff. You kind of get that typical Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
No, yeah, for sure. No, and I'm looking at pictures right now. I'm actually trying to get it on how big and massive the location actually is. Let me see if I can get this on there actually right now. I'm loading it up. Yeah, let me see if it came through. Like I tried to download it. Well, look, this is the outside right now of it right here. So yeah, it looks massive, like you said. I want to get a picture of it inside as well, but this is the location. Everything looks brand new too in there, right?
Yeah,
super brand new. Awesome, nice big facility. Wow, and it's just for events like this. So that's awesome, man. Plenty of room there.
If anybody checks out the Facebook page for the Music City SmackDown, we have a video on there just talking about the facility, and you can see the inside. You can see how big.
Yeah, I think I saw the video the other day. Yeah, for sure, I saw it. Yeah, it's really massive. It's a huge venue, for sure, which is great. Everything, and now this is close to if you're coming from out of town, this is close to Nashville, Tennessee. It's about
Right.
20 minutes away from the airport,
Yes, sir.
a major airport, and so that's great, and it's close by. The tournament hotel is just a few minutes away too, right?
Yeah, about 5 minutes away.
5 minutes away.
And you want to jump on, I will say, you want to jump on the hotel right away. You know, especially being in the summertime, Nashville hotels have a tendency to book up. And even though we're outside of Nashville, a lot of the small towns around there will start booking up too.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes out, people will be booking up those hotels. So jump on that right now. There's a special. They're $140. Nashville hotels have a tendency to be pretty pricey. So that's really a good deal in just about any area around Nashville.
No, and
You could be in downtown Nashville within about 25 minutes if you're trying to get downtown. The airport, if you're flying in, is about 20 minutes from where the hotel's at. So it's overall pretty convenient. And there's plenty to do in Nashville, as most people know.
no, yeah, that's a great spot. In the beginning of summer, it's a great spot for sure. All that, you can get the link. You go to smacktournament.com. The link is there. You can reserve it. You can register there. All the information's there. You also, like you said, mentioned before, you guys have a Facebook page.
Yes, sir.
You're updating it regularly, so it's gonna be
Yes,
awesome.
sir. Instagram too. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, oh yeah, and you guys got Instagram as well too. That's awesome, man. That's really good. Any updates too will be on Point Fighter Live too. We're constantly posting now. We're posting on all platforms now too. So we're on every platform now. So you get updated information on this event as well. Man, look at this. It looks so much great things going on at the tournament. Awesome awards. Prize money too. You guys are doing the $200 for the grants, right? That you Promac does
Yes, sir.
as well. So there's prize money at all the Promac events, including this one. Awesome awards, great experience, equipped it, right? That's gonna be awesome. You gotta make sure that you do the full experience right here. It's gonna be an awesome event, like you said, right before the Battle of Atlanta, right? It's a great tournament right before the battle, which is awesome, man. Great tournament. Anything that we didn't talk about that you guys want to add?
Man, you kind of hit every bullet point, I feel like.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
I'm just super excited to see everybody there and just see the tournament continue to go, to continue to grow, being able to, do events and seminars with my brothers and just, help the sport in ways that, like, sometimes I kind of feel like I'm the old man now since I haven't competed in some years, but gives you a different perspective. You're able to see like the holes and things that people need, and that's what we're going to be really covering during this seminar. Really, I want to call it almost like an educational event.
Yeah,
I want to be able to I want the parents to take notes. I want the athletes to take notes and just know that they're going to walk away with a lot of actionable information.
I love it, man.
Help them.
I really like it. No, I really like it, and it's great to have you back in the sport again. Too really active. Too, you've been coaching with Competitive Edge, and you're back in there, so it's good. The sport is great to have you back in it, 100% back. So it's awesome, man. You're gonna pump out a lot of great talent.
Yes,
sure.
sir. Yes, sir. And even on my Instagram, I'm trying to keep up with all the young ones now. Got me tricking again and all that. So
it's
quite fun to watch me try to move again.
Yeah, man. No, you've done it all, man. You've done a great career. It's great to see your progression. You've done it all. Really, you won everything. You even fought, right? And then now you're getting into this part, which is awesome. I love the idea. Yeah.
I will always say people see the Presleys and Dawson and people like that as forms weapons guys, but every one of them can throw down, every single one of them. And, people I had never seen Avery fight. There's a reason my boys in the school cannot stand to fight her. Growing up with three big brothers, they all can throw down very well. And I would love to see them fight in tournaments, but when you get to that level where you can't, it's just hard to keep up with everything, and you kind of got to figure out. You're gonna be. That's what kind of happened with Reed.
Well, you know what? It's like, what I love about your school. It's like that you're saying that. It's like you're teaching martial arts and like every aspect. You're not just going into just one thing, and like you're teaching them self-defense. You're teaching their sparring. They're doing the forms, the basics. everything. Sometimes people, I think that's part of your success. You guys teach an overall martial arts. Sometimes people just get in the sport, right, only, and then that becomes their everything. And when they're not doing it, they even quit, right, because it just became about that. And like, just to be a martial artist, you got to train everything in there. And I think that's what separates some of the champions to other people, right? I think that's a big thing.
Absolutely.
And now, anytime I go visit Kenna down in Atlanta, she likes to beat up on me now. So keep me on my toes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, it's always great talking to you guys. It's going to be a great event. SmackTournament.com. Make sure you guys register, get your rooms. It's going to be an awesome event. Point Fighter approved. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us today. All right.
We'll talk to you later. We'll see you guys June 3rd.
June 3rd. Hey, and this is my last show for the week. Happy Mother's Day to everybody, all the mothers out there.
Absolutely.
On Sunday.
Yes.
Love
you, Mom.
Yes. Love you, Mom. Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
I too.
Yes. All right, take care. Love all the moms out there. Take care. Bye.